Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next up for you today we're going to be taking a look at another battle pack from the Clone Wars line. This time around it's the eagerly anticipated ARC Troopers battle pack. Now there's been a lot of confusion with this set in terms of what these particular characters are based on. Some of the figures in this pack have a number of inaccuracies that we didn't actually see during the Clone Wars series, although from what I gather these figures are actually based on concept art for the Clone Wars. So, you know, we haven't actually seen these guys in action in the Clone Wars episodes yet. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the figures that are included in this pack. First up we have yet another Captain Rex, although this one isn't a bad release because it's a nice upgrade over previous releases. I'll get onto why in a moment. We also have a ARC Trooper Commando, who has a bit of a story of his own to tell. And of course we have the two new style ARC Troopers. There's the first one, and here is the second one. So before I begin going into detail about each individual figure, I'm going to give you a look at the packaging that these guys come in. Now what I really like about the box for this battle pack is the fact that the backdrop in the box is a nice homage to the original ARC Troopers battle pack that was released in 2006. As you can see, there's a downed Republic gunship in the background there, and on the back it shows the figures with the crashed gunship behind them, which does look very, very cool. Judging by the description that is on the back of this box, it either describes something that has happened off screen during the Clone Wars, or is something that we haven't actually seen happen in the Clone Wars yet, in terms of the series. So at the minute this pack is non-canon. But it will be interesting to see how these characters play into the Clone Wars series. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to read to you from the brief description on the back. Advanced Recon Commando, or ARC Troopers, are highly skilled clone troopers who take on some of the toughest challenges faced by the Republic Army. As the most elite members of the Clone Army, ARC Troopers are deployed on highly dangerous missions that require independent thinking. During one mission, ARC Troopers team up with Captain Rex's battalion to attack an army of battle droids that have taken control of a strategic city. Now, as I said, that hasn't actually happened in any of the episodes of the Clone Wars series yet, so I'm assuming that that situation is based on something that's happened off screen, or is purely just a Hasbro invention. So onto the figures. I'm going to start by giving you a look at Captain Rex. Now, as I said, this is a very nice upgrade over all the previous releases of Rex. The first thing you'll notice is that he sports the new helmet sculpt. He also has a unique paint job to him. All the stripes on his arms are very jagged and are made to look battle damaged and worn, which looks very cool. And he also comes with a new weapon, which, as you can see, is this elongated sniper rifle weapon with a folding stock, which is very, very cool. The figure itself, aside from the helmet, is a repaint of Commander Bly. As you can see, he's got the same pauldron, same camer, and the head is actually Commander Bly's head, just with the hair repainted blonde. So far more accurate to Captain Rex himself, and definitely a much needed and very well pulled off upgrade. The only problem that I really have with it is the fact that when you put the helmet on, due to the size of Rex's new head, it tends to squish the helmet out a little bit and it tends to look a little bit deformed. But that's not a major problem, considering I'm going to have this guy posed with the helmet off 9 times out of 10 anyway. So I put the helmet under his arm. Accessory wise, as I said, he does come with the sniper rifle and removable helmet, and he also has the DC-17 pistols inserted in the holsters on his camer. In terms of articulation, he has the same articulation as all the previous Rex figures. He's got a ball jointed neck, shoulders and elbows, ball hinged wrists and a ball jointed torso, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles. So pretty much super articulated. As you can see, as I said, he's got the new sculpt helmet. So a very nice upgrade to Captain Rex. I'm hoping that this is the direction that Hasbro decide to take with all the future releases of Captain Rex, because it's getting a bit boring seeing the same old figure released time and time again. So there he is. Next up, I'm going to give you a look at the ARC Trooper Commander. Although if you are an old school Clone Wars fan, and I mean that if you're a fan of the micro series that aired prior to the release of Revenge of the Sith back in 2004-2005, then you'll actually know that this guy is loosely based on Captain Fodor, even down to the little wrist communication gauntlet that he's got going on there. Apparently, according to Lucasfilm, due to them not wanting to cause confusion between the older Clone Wars series and the new CGI one, they've decided not to rename this guy Captain Fodor, which is a really silly excuse in my opinion. They should have just gone with Fodor on this one. But a lot of people have been begging Hasbro to redo a Captain Fodor figure, so I guess we've finally got him now. In terms of articulation, he has the exact same movement and posability as Captain Rex, although unlike Rex he has no removable helmet. Although this does mean that the rangefinder on the top can be moved up and down, which is a nice little feature. As you can see, he's got a new pauldron with an added ammo pouch, and he also comes with a variety of new weapons, first of which being a modified version of the ARC Trooper rifle, which we'll be getting a good look at. And he also comes with the same pistols that were included with the anti-Hailfire droid squad commander, and they fit in holsters on his Kama very nicely. So a very cool figure. Absolutely love this guy's deco, and the overall look of him is very nice as well. As I said, we've yet to see this character appear in the Clone Wars yet, so I'm just going on the fact that this is probably a Hasbro invention or something that's happened off screen. So there we go, that's the ARC Trooper Commander. And finally we have the two new style ARC Troopers with the Phase 2 style helmets. This is the first one. Now, as I said at the beginning of the review, from what I gather, these particular ARC Trooper figures are based on concept art for the Clone Wars. Obviously at first glance this character looks like Commander Colt, who is the ARC Trooper who is killed by Ventress during the episode ARC Troopers. Although, as you can see, this figure is missing the grey skull paint applications on the helmet. Now at first everyone thought that that was an inaccuracy, but when you go back and look at the concept art, the original designs for this ARC Trooper didn't feature any markings on the helmet, so that is where this figure particularly comes from. I am aware that Hasbro will be going back and repainting this figure in the correct Commander Colt colours, so that's definitely going to be one to look out for. In terms of articulation, this guy is a bit of a mixed bag. He represents Commander Stone in the upper body. He has a ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, and swivel wrists. The arms are a lot thinner as well. Well, as you can see, the forearms have been modified to feature new gauntlets. He also has a ball jointed torso, swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles, and as you can see the legs have been resculpted to feature this metallic looking armour on the shin plates. And as you can see, that same armour is featured on the chest as well, and it's attached to the pauldron. Once again, no removable helmet on this one, so the rangefinder can be moved up and down. And in terms of weaponry, this guy comes with two DC-17 pistols, which can be slotted in the holsters on the Kama. So a completely new figure for the most part, and as you can see on the back he does have a backpack that appears to be inspired by that of the Sand Troopers. So very, very cool. And the second of these new ARC Troopers is probably my favourite. This is the blue one. This one we do actually see in action during the Clone Wars, and he's killed when he's telling 99 to get out of the battlefield on Kamino. He ends up getting shot by the battle droids. This one differs slightly to the previous ARC Trooper that I've just shown you. There's no silver armour on the chest, as you can see, and also there's no silver armour on the shin plates. Other than that, all the accessories, the backpack, the pauldron and the Kmart are all the same, and it's just the paint applications that are different. Once again, rangefinder can be moved up and down. It comes with the DC-17 pistols, and of course the Sand Trooper inspired backpack as well. And once again, articulation is exactly the same as the previous ARC Trooper. Do love those helmets though, they do look very cool indeed. So there we go, that is the ARC Trooper's Battle Pack. I do apologise if I seem to have rushed through this one, but I've tried to review this pack several times and it's taken me well over the 20 minute time period, and I don't really want a review to take that long, so there we go. So that's the ARC Troopers, and that's Rex and the ARC Trooper Commander. And before I finish up with this review, I just want to give you a quick look at the battle game cards and display stands. Obviously each figure comes with one of the silver stands, and the battle game cards included are very cool as well. Now it's pretty obvious when you look at the cards that these figures were made prior to the production of the ARC Troopers episode, because each card that features an ARC Trooper is a photoshopped mock-up rather than a still image from Season 3. So that's the blue ARC Trooper. That's Captain Rex. That's the red ARC Trooper. And that's the ARC Trooper Commander. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I'll be back with one more Clone Wars Battle Pack next, and then it's on to Vintage and Clone Wars Wave 5. So until next time, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.